Now the On Your Side forecast with Steve Liebenthal.
Well, over the last 24 hours, we have experienced some minor improvements in the weather here in southern Idaho. Our inversion breaking just a little bit behind a front that came through overnight and early this morning. It did not bring any snow to our viewing area, unfortunately, but again, it helped to mix things up in the atmosphere, weakening the inversion. It certainly hasn't gone away. It's still quite hazy around most of southwestern Idaho, and the inversion will build in again over the next several days as high pressure is rebuilding off the coast of California and Oregon. 15 degrees was our morning low in Boise. Got down to 8 degrees this morning in Ontario, down to 3 degrees below zero in Stanley, and that cold front coming through affected the mountains more than it did the valley, cooling things down. Some mountain locations have been hitting the 40s for a good part of this week. That did not happen today, as it was only up to 32 degrees in Sun Valley behind that front that brought cooler air in. 39 was the high in Twin Falls, where it was 45 degrees yesterday. Yesterday in the afternoon, Bliss got up to 48, almost up to 50 degrees outside of that inversion, farther upstream and a little bit higher, so that cold air has been pooled up in the lower Treasure Valley and still is so, but 30 degrees in Ontario now. 13 degrees warmer than it was this time yesterday. So again, things have mixed up a little bit, but again, that's not going to last. You see this ridge of high pressure that's coming on shore, and it will center over us over the next couple of days, and that's going to allow that inversion to strengthen once again. So look for that fog to get pretty thick again tomorrow morning and Monday morning especially. We do have the next system coming into the picture, and hopefully that will kind of break things up again as we move into the new year. In fact, Wednesday we expect the inversion to weaken again, but not go away completely. Here's our forecast for tomorrow. Dry valley fog in many locations, and for us mostly in the lower Treasure Valley, although it's not out of the question at all that we'll see some areas of fog in the upper valley as well. But we expect it to be most dense in the lower valley where that cold air pools up. Lower elevation, more cold air, and that results in more fog. Early next week, you see a weak system coming through, bringing the potential of some light snow showers to the mountains of Idaho. If we're lucky, we'll get an inch of snow in some locations. Here in the Treasure Valley, just the slightest chance of seeing a rain shower Monday evening. And again, maybe a little bit of mixing of the atmosphere, but not as much as most of us would like to see. Afternoon highs in the west central mountains tomorrow, mostly in the low 30s. Morning lows in the single digits. And in the Boise Mountains, a little bit cooler than it has been. Look out for that fog, especially around the McCall area. Some freezing fog early in the morning around Stanley. That's that crystal, the stuff that you see in the air when it's foggy and extremely cold. So early tomorrow morning, you might see those crystals floating around in the air. That's freezing fog. 29 for the afternoon high in Stanley. 32 are expected high in Sun Valley, so again, cooler than it has been. Fairfield with an afternoon high of 30 degrees. Magic Valley, some areas of morning fog, mostly sunny by tomorrow afternoon. Not as warm as it has been, only shooting for the mid-30s. And here in the Treasure Valley, also some areas of fog in the morning, especially in the lower valley. Morning lows in the single digits in many places. Teens in the upper valley. Afternoon highs tomorrow in the upper 20s and lower 30s in some places. 34 is our forecast high in Boise. Fog tomorrow morning and again on Monday morning. New Year's Eve, that weak system comes through, and that will hopefully mix things up again for us. You notice the morning lows are a lot warmer on Tuesday and Wednesday. And if there's some good news here, it's the fact that there won't be any snow falling, at least here in the valley, to make driving conditions any worse than they might be because of other things on Tuesday night.
Other things? Okay.
Okay.